The housing market in Thailand is demand-driven. Let's concentrate on the capital city Bangkok, where the majority of all the expats live. This is a mature housing market with a high supply of expat quality housing, with good security arrangement and well located in relation to the international schools and the shopping centers and the workplaces. You have a choice of a service apartment, a condo or a single house in a secured compound, and you may choose to live in the city center or in the suburbs of Bangkok. The availability in all the areas is good. Apartments and condos are usually fully furnished, whereas single houses may only be partly furnished. In all the categories, you will find new, modern properties which are competitively priced in comparison with other markets in Asia. For instance, a typical 3-bedroom apartment is renting for $3,500 per month. So your challenge is not so much to find a property, but rather to select where to live and which type of accommodation you want. The challenge is more to negotiate your requirements actually with the landlords and ensure that the lease agreements are included renewals and diplomatic clause and clearly states which payments the tenant and landlord are responsible for. In the cities outside Bangkok, the second-tier cities, the demand is lower and the supply is also lower, but it's adequate for the expat population there. The rents are lower than in Bangkok, about half of Bangkok. However, there are more issues concerning internet connections, steady utility supplies, and the general security in those areas. A refundable security deposit and the rent is payable monthly in advance. For some popular properties, the landlords require a 1-month booking fee, which will be refunded once the lease has been signed. There are many international schools located in the Bangkok area. The top-tier schools are excellent in terms of facilities, faculty, and educational standards. You will find all internationally recognized curriculums represented here, mostly taught in English, but with some schools teaching in French, in German language, Chinese, or in Japanese as their primary language. In the past 20 years, the largest schools with a student population of about 2,000 have all relocated outside the city center, close to the suburban expat communities. You may live literally in walking distance from your school. In addition, all schools offer monitored transportation of the students wherever you live in the Bangkok area. In addition, you will find a good selection of kindergartens and preschools located in proximity to your home wherever you live in Bangkok. Currently, the supply and demand is well balanced, and there are usually no waiting lists. Anyhow, it is highly recommended to secure the placement for your kids well in advance of arriving here. And for this purpose, we recommend a pre-visit to see the selected schools 2-3 months before the actual assignment starts. Although the cost of schooling is relatively high, I can say that you get good value for this investment. The international schools in Bangkok are among the very best in the world. It is a challenge to drive here in Bangkok due to the poor driving discipline and the high traffic congestion in the Bangkok area, although many expats do drive. Outside Bangkok, the highway system is good, but not so safe by the international standard. Most employers either offer a car with a driver, or they give the employees a car allowance. A few companies will not allow their expats to drive, but this is not the normal practice. However, if you want to drive, you must have a valid Thai driving license, and the car must be fully comprehensively insured. It is not recommended to drive by motorcycle. The accident rate is alarmingly high here. The alternative to driving yourself is going by public transport. Public taxis are very cheap and metered, but it is better to take the hotel or airport limousine service. You can also go by air-conditioned buses, and they are very cheap, although most of the expats, they choose to use other transportation means. The mass transit system is reliable, it's very cheap and efficient, but it has a limited geographical coverage in Bangkok. They are, however, very popular with the expats, and many of them choose to stay and live close within the boundaries of these systems. Thailand has sufficient air and seaports, whereas the rail system is antiquated and unreliable, so please don't go by train here. I would say that you're living in a tropical country, and it is very hot and humid here, and you need to be very well hydrated, but should avoid drinking the tap water. The main large hospitals in Bangkok offer excellent services and facilities, whereas the quality of hospitals in the rural areas is somewhat lacking in comparison. You should have health insurance. It is mandatory for expats relocating to Thailand, and it is recommended to register with a hospital close to your home and obtain their health card with directions for emergency and ambulance services. There are no particular vaccination required to enter the country at the moment. Read about the country as soon as you get the new assignment. And please also arrange for some cross-cultural training in your home country before you come, followed by a cultural orientation as soon as you arrive in Thailand. And I would also recommend to make a pre-visit to get to know the city area and to select the schools for your children. And it is also recommended to learn some basic Thai language, since most people don't speak English, although the signs carry both languages. The Thais are very kind and friendly people who give back as much as you give them. However, it would be advisable to learn the culture and understand some basics, do's and don'ts. There are some good cross-cultural books available to learn about the most common pitfalls. The food can be spicy, as you know, and you should be a little careful with the chilies. But most foreigners love the Thai food, and you can also get almost any other kind of food you like. Thailand is the kitchen of the world. And Thailand is also a shopper's paradise. And to maximize the experience, you need to learn the art of bargaining. In the beginning, many foreigners are shy to ask for discounts, whereas the Thais are very happy to trade. It is part of the culture, and you will become a bargaining expert in no time, Ashley. From all the surveys I have seen, Thailand is rated a top destination for expats for some very good reasons. The country has an open society with warm and very hospitable people. The standard of living is excellent at a reasonable cost. Even lower paid expats can live a life in luxury here. You can, for instance, take an inexpensive holiday in the hilly north, or on a tropical island in the south, or enjoy a myriad of shopping and dining places in Bangkok, or you can just simply stay at home in your own tropical paradise with fitness, playgrounds and swimming pools. And I would like to greet all of you in the Thai way and say, welcome to Thailand. ยินดีต้อนรับสู่ประเทศไทย สวัสดีครับ